Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about preterm neonates. Okay, which is high risk baby or high risk newborn. So let's start. First is definition. Any neonate born before 37 weeks of gestation, irrespective of the birth weight. Normally we know that normal gestational period is 37 weeks. Okay, so if the baby born before 37 weeks, if the weight of the baby is normal also, but it born before completing the gestational week or just in pregnancy, then we'll call it is preterm neonate or preterm newborn. Premature birth, commonly used as a synonym for the preterm birth, refers to the birth of a baby before the developing organs are mature enough to allow normal postnatal survival. It means to get mature for all the organs of the newborn, it will take some time, okay, more than 37 weeks. But if they born or if they deliver before 37 weeks of gestation or pregnancy, the all the organs of the baby will not mature enough to function normally. Next we have causes or etiology, why there is a premature newborn or why there is a preterm delivery. There are two types of causes. One is spontaneous, one is induced. Spontaneous means it happen automatically. Okay, induced means like because of some indication they will induce the preterm delivery. First one is spontaneous. Health status of the mother, low socio-economic status, it can cause premature delivery. Multiple pregnancy means if the mother is carrying more than one baby. Number of multiple pregnancy are increasing due to the advanced parental age from the delayed childbearing and ART. Okay. Next one is, it is the most common complication of pregnancy and it's occurring in 6 to 10% of pregnancies and is rising. Means this preterm delivery is very common. Okay, like almost 6 to 10%, and it's day by day it's increasing. If the mother is having any placental problem and preterm labor or premature rupture of membrane and low maternal weight. Next one is induce. Induce means like artificially they are going to conduct the preterm delivery to have a premature neonates. In which cases like maternal diabetes mellitus. If the mother is having diabetes mellitus, placental dysfunction as indicated by unsatisfactory fetal growth, eclampsia, fetal hypoxia, interpartum hemorrhage, and severe RS immunization means RS incompatibility. In these cases, they will induce preterm delivery. Next is clinical features or clinical manifestation or signs and symptoms. What we can notice in the preterm baby. Like in the measurement, you can see the size is small with the relatively large head. Compared to the normal baby, the preterm baby size will be small and their head will be big. The crown heel length is less than 47 centimeter. Crown means from the crown of the head to the and heel of the foot. It will be less than 47 centimeter. Head circumference is less than 33 centimeter, but exceeds the chest circumference by more than 3 centimeter. Next is inactivity and posture. Their general activity is poor, means the normal activity of the baby will be poor. Automatic reflex response such as motor response, sucking and swallowing are slugging or incomplete. Baby assumes an extended posture due to poor tone. Next, what signs and symptoms you can notice in the face and head. Face will be small, head will be large. Sutures are widely separated. Sutures means we have some sutures in the skull, you know that. Okay, frontal suture, sagittal suture, coronal suture in the fetal skull. Okay, so that suture will be widely separated. Fontanelles are large. Sutures means where all the bones are joining together. That area will call fontanelles. There are two fontanelles, anterior and posterior. So these fontanelles will be closed, one in 1.5 month, one in 1.5 year. But that size of the fontanelles will be large. Chin will be small and eyes will be protruding. Optic nerves usually unmyelinated. Ear cartilage is deficient or absent with poor recoli. Hair appears woolly and fuzzy and individual hair fibers can be seen separately. Next is in the skin and subcutaneous tissue. In the skin is thin, gelatinous, shiny and excessively pink. Okay, Abundant lanugo means lanugo will be more. Very little varnish caseosa will be less. Edema may edema may be present. Subcutaneous fat is deficient. Breast nodules is small or absent. Next, in the genitalia, in case of male baby, testis undescended and scrotum poorly developed. In case of female baby, the labia majora widely separated, exposing labia minora and hypertrophied clitoris. See, you can see the baby how it will look in case of preterm baby. Okay, the skin will be have more wrinkles, head will be large, body will be very small. Okay, in the skin, the skin will be bright pink and it is often translucent depending on the degree of maturity. Smooth and shiny. Okay, maybe you can notice edema. Small blood vessels clearly visible underneath the thin epidermis. In fine lanugo hair is abundant. Next, in the ear cartilage, it is soft and it is pliable. In the sole and palms, it is minimal creases and smooth appearance. Next, in the male genitalia, male infant scrotum is undeveloped, okay, and it is not pendulous, and minimum rugae are present. Testes may be in the inguinal canal or in the abdominal wall. The female, the clitoris is prominent and labia majora are poorly developed and gaping. Next, in scrap sign, you can notice scrap sign in the fetum baby. What is scrap sign? The elbow may be easily brought across the chest with little or no resistance. You see in this picture, the elbow can be easily brought across the chest. It is not possible for the mature baby, okay, with or no without resistance. That is called scrap sign. Next, now we are going to see the difference between the preterm and the term baby. Okay, so in case of ear, in the preterm baby, ear cartilage are poorly developed, but in the term baby, the mature infants ear cartilage are well formed. See, ear cartilage means if you touch your ear, there will be a soft bone. Okay, in the ear we have a soft bone, but that is cartilage. So in the preterm baby, what happens? It is poorly developed, but in the term baby, it is full developed. Ear may fold easily in case of preterm, and in case of term, okay, it is not easily foldable. In the case of preterm, the hair is fine and feathery. In case of term, hair is more likely to form firm and separated. Okay, in case of preterm, the lanugo may cover the back and face of the this hair. Okay. Next is sole. See this picture. It is more rigid in case of preterm and fine. In case of term, it is well and deeply creased. The genitalia in case of preterm, for female, it is clitoris is prominent and labia majora are poorly developed and gaping. In case of term, the labia majora fully developed and clitoris is not prominent. For male preterm baby, the male infant scrotum is undeveloped and not pendulous, and it is minimum rugae are present, and testes may be in the inguinal canal or in the abdominal cavity. But in case of term male baby, the scrotum will be developed and it is pendulous, is rugated, and testes well down in the scrotal sac. The scrap sign already I have told. In case of preterm, the elbow may be easily brought across the chest with little or no resistance, but in case of term, the resisting adaptation bring the elbow first the middle line. Next is complication of preterm baby. In case of central nervous system, what are the complications we can notice in the preterm baby? The first one is immaturity of central nervous system, poor cough reflexes, incoordinated sucking and swallowing, retrolethal fibroplasia, intraventricular and periventricular hemorrhage. The respiratory system, what are the complications you can notice? You can see resuscitation difficulties at birth, means unable to take the breath, or baby Apgar score will be low. Hyaline membrane disease. Breathing is periodic and associated with intercostal resuscitation due to the soft ribs, pulmonary aspiration and atelectasis. In cardiovascular system, you can see the closure of ductus arteriosus is delayed among the preterm infant. There are for opening, okay, in the fetal circulation, you have studied that, okay, ductus arteriosus, that will be delaying in the closing in case of preterm baby. In GI system, regurgitation and aspiration, abdominal distension and functional intentional obstruction, enterocolitis, hyperbilirubinemia and hypoglycemia. This already I have studied all the condition. Then thermoregulation, that excess heat loss will be there. Baby will be have more prone to get infection, renal immaturity, the blood urea nitrogen will be high, acidosis, edema. Toxicity of the drug, nutritional problem, anemia, deficiency of folic acid and vitamin E, osteopenia and rickets, and biochemical disturbances, hypoglycemia, hypocalcemia and hypoxia. Next is management of preterm newborn. So if it is arrested of premature level, first one is bed rest and sedation, tocolytic agent, ethanol, magnesium sulfate. Then toconizing agent means which are the agent we are going to give? We are going to give either isosuprene or dubadilin, ratrodin, salbutamol or terbutarin. These all are tocolytic agent which you are going to give to the mother. Okay. Next is optimal management at birth. The baby should be promptly dried and kept effectively covered and warm. We know that they have a very heat loss, okay, in the thermoregulation. So baby should be dry properly and they should be covered properly. And we should give vitamin K 0.5 mg IM intramuscularly and shift to the NICU because all the organ of the baby is not mature enough to function normally. So we should keep the baby under observation under neonatal intensive care unit. Next is monitoring. What are the things you have to notice? If you are keeping the baby under observation, you have to notice vital signs, activity and behavior, color, tissue perfusion, fluids and electrolytes and arteriovascular analysis, tolerance of fits, look for development of RDS, okay, that is respiratory distress syndrome, apneic attacks, sepsis, PDA, NAC, IBS. So what are the other condition? PDA. The full form of PDA is patent ductus arteriosus, and NAC is necrotizing enterocolitis, or IBS means that is intraventricular hemorrhage. Next is care of newborn. Caution the bed, avoid excessive light, excessive sound, and the rough handling and painful procedure. Use effective analgesia and sedation for procedure. Provide warmth and ensure like asepsis techniques because they are very prone to get infection. Provide effective and safe oxygenation, nutrition, tactile and kinesthetic, prone position, phototherapy, prevention of nosocomial infection, and wet record is very important. Immunization, family support, discharge policy, follow-up, and home care for the preterm babies. These all are you are going to treat to the parents and their family members that after discharge also how they should take care of their baby. The next is common problems of preterm newborns: nosocomial infection, hypothermia, respiratory distress syndrome, aspiration, patent ductus arteriosus, and chronic lung disease. Next is nursing management. Problem with respiration, problem with thermoregulation means if the baby is having respiratory problem, we are going to provide oxygenation. If the baby is having thermoregulation problem with heat loss, we are going to provide warmth net to the baby. Fluid and electrolyte imbalance, okay, infection, pain, and parental and maternal separation. Thank you. With this we have completed preterm newborn.